Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Nanya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash the subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all, and I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you for always coming back to watch my videos and subscribing. You all are the very best. So today we'll be talking about slavery, and I really do not know where to start this, but I cannot wait to roll the video so you all can see this with me. And after saying this, actually I was watching this and at the same time crying, because it is hard to watch, and it is kind of hard to know that somebody, someone experienced something like this. And you know what, let me roll the clip. Stay glued to your screen, do not go anywhere. Let's talk about it also in the comment section. So let's go.
All right, so these chains that I'm picking up, these are 400 years old, from Ghana. Hand restraints, neck restraints. So that's 35 pounds.
Right. Imagine the heat off of them.
Oh, man.
You're trying to throw your wife, your kids.
That's just crazy. And I'm holding these for the second time, and my heart is still beating out of my chest. It's like it is. I don't know, there's a connection that when you pick them up, you feel every bit of the anxiety that your ancestor felt when they were put on him or her.
And just think they didn't know where they were going.
And they didn't know what these chains were, where they were going, why they were being put on.
What's the name of the podcast? Straight from the...
It's Gunshot Straight from the Hip.
Ooh. This is so hard to watch, and you can imagine, for them, for our ancestors, right? This was like something they experienced every day, because some of them had it on them endlessly. Every time, all the time. And after watching this, there is nothing more to talk about, rather to say that, some people are extremely wicked. Extremely wicked. Because, I did not carry all these irons, all this, but I feel the weight. I feel the pain. I feel the agony. And then they are going to come back to tell you that you should get over it. And then you look at what our ancestors went through, and you are asking yourself, how do you want to get over it? Getting over it is like forgetting about the history. Because if you are going to get over something, you are going to completely erase it. But then if you erase it, it means you are no longer aware of it. How can you not be aware of something like this? This is something I want to ask. And you see why they are so scared. They are so scared, and they are also looking. You see why? Now, this is why CRT is something that they really do want to get rid of. Yes, they really do want to get rid of it, because they do not want, these Z generations are digging up a whole lot of things, and they are educating one another on it. And they are scared because they don't know what is going to happen. You know, during our ancestors' time, you know what happened? They could not read, they could not write. So a lot of things went wrong. But right now, you can read, you can write. In fact, like, you all are in one of the best universities, and they are so scared that the things they took back from you people, that they don't know if they are going to keep holding this, because the truth is actually coming out and they can't keep holding it. Before they will know what is going on, this power will change. So they are trying all they can right now to like press everything back. And the black people are saying, no, no, you cannot press us. We must talk. We will keep talking. And they are also scared because they do not want their own children to know what they did. The good part is that a lot of people are educating themselves, even them. They are educating themselves. Some new. Some are actually brave enough to come out to talk about it. But you know what? I am talking too much. Let's get into the stitches and see what people got to say about this. So here we'll go.
All right, so these chains that I'm picking up.
So in my senior year, spring semester of high school, I took African American history, and this was the first time that I've had a thorough examination of African American history pre-transatlantic slave trade up until modern day. And then in my previous fall, the previous fall semester, I took Intro to African American Studies. Both courses aren't really required, especially the African American history course in high school. It was just an elective, so if you didn't sign up for it, you aren't getting this knowledge, because in normal American history classes, they really briefly go over African Americans' part in this country's history. And then for the college course, it was a history requirement, but there were also Asian history, other history courses you could have took to fill that history requirement. So you might not have to sign up for that class, and it also fills up really quick. So I was, lucky enough to get that class, but and that also made me want to change my major. And then in the high school course, that's where I learned that not only did they have chains the size of the chains in the previous video, but they also had chains the size of a baby's wrist. And that, to me, is just a whole nother level of evil. And they have those in the National Museum of African American History located in D.C., which I plan to go there very soon. I really want to go there so bad. But that's why I'm a big advocate for critical race theory, because critical race theory is not saying that all white people are bad or all white people are racist. It's just saying that all white people benefit from these racist and white supremacy systems, in laws and stuff. And, that's all it's saying. And if you're not actively trying to dismantle it, then you're feeding into these systems, because you need to use your white privilege to work to dismantle these systems. That's all critical race theory is saying. It's not trying to make you feel guilty, because if you know you're not racist, maybe go back a few generations, your great grandma was, but you're not, so it's all good. It's gonna be okay. There's a series on YouTube by Crash Course, the Black American History series, narrated by Dr. Clint Smith, which the first 2 episodes really get into the transatlantic slave trade and the horrors of that, and the horrors and how slavery really started to become race-based in the English colonies before American Revolution, which I believe you should watch the whole series. But if you just don't really have the time or something, those 2 episodes will make you want to watch the whole series. And then there's the book by Douglas Blackman called Slavery by Another Name, that goes over the re-enslavement of African Americans following the abolishment of slavery through forms of incarceration. And then there's a book by Michelle Alexander called The New Jim Crow, which is a more modern take on Jim Crow, but talking about the war on drugs and stuff, and mass incarceration, which is still modern. And I actually wrote a paper on mass incarceration. That's one of my main focuses when it comes to African American studies. So you should watch the series and read the books if you have the time.
They don't want the world
So these
to
chains
know
that I'm
what
picking
really
up.
happened.
Big shout out to the content creator who posted this video. And I want to say this. Yes, there is a connection. There is definitely a connection. There are some of us who feel and hear our ancestors every single day. Okay? So yeah, there is a connection. And what's so crazy is they want you to forget about what really happened. Because they are ashamed of it. So they want you to forget about it. Okay? Because they are ashamed of what their ancestors did. Okay? Yeah, they are ashamed of it. But look, why would you do that? Accept who you are.
Anyways, this is it for the video, and man, this is like one of the, I don't know, I have seen horrible things, but man, this is, I can feel everything, every pain. I mean, from just lifting that. And I really do not want to imagine what they went through and how they cried each day, like asking for, telling them that I am weak, I am tired, can I get a break? Probably there was never a time that, or they could never ever say something like that. And someone out there, yes, they are ashamed. That is one of the reasons why they do not want it to know. But how do you want to forget something like this? How exactly do you want to forget this? It's impossible. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. This is where I'm going to cut it. And see you all in my next video. Bye for now.